Hello everybody, it is Leon here and I am with Phil.
Hello.
And we are playing Deadly Premonition, which you did not like that much.
Not all that much, no.
Because it's, it's sort of gone down almost in history as this kind of cult, horror, weird game, and you don't think it kind of lives up to, or its culty weirdness doesn't quite make up for its failings.
Not in the slightest. I mean, I was absolutely prepared to love this game. I thought I was going to, have to convince people that I hadn't gone mad, and given it a really high score, because on paper, it's an open world survival horror. So this is Greenvale here.
Yeah.
And that is Francis York Morgan, special agent with the FBI. His beard's been growing in real time now for about 3 days.
So this is one of the things, isn't it? You have to keep him clean and laundered, and you have to look after him.
Yeah,
like a pet sim.
Do. Sure, yeah, kind of. Yeah, he's kind of a
There's like Tamagotchi with a gun.
Yeah, and that to me is a fantastic concept. An open world survival horror. I was perfectly prepared to deal with some terrible graphics and some clunky controls.
It is terrible, isn't it?
But yeah, I mean, this is the extent of it, and it can't be ignored how ugly it looks. But that's not really my problem with it.
It almost looks like it's been deliberately made to look like this as a style choice, not necessarily the technological limitations.
This is another thing that some of the sort of apologists, I'll say, of Deadly Premonition say, is that a lot of it is intentional. So the dialogue is intentionally hammy, and that's fine. I can believe that to an extent. There's elements of sort of shambolic humour to it, but at the end of the day, this is still a game that's asking you to spend sort of 20 or 30 hours in its company.
Yeah.
And if the driving feels like driving a lorry over butter, then it's going to feel miserable whether it's intentional or not. And the same goes for the dialogue and the plot, which is sort of largely nonsense as well.
So can we do anything now? Because I noticed one of the things as well is that you can only do stuff when you're allowed to. I saw you going into a shed to sleep when you were playing it earlier, because there was nothing. You could do nothing at that time. You had to wait till 7 in the morning or something.
Yeah.
So you just had to sleep and wait till it was that time.
Yeah, this is the problem with the open world thing. Again, it's a fantastic concept, but there's simply not enough going on in Greenvale to warrant being given sort of 10 to 12 hours of free time.
Yeah.
So we're starting a story mission.
And is that so every day you just get these big chunks of free time?
Not every day, but in between episodes you'll get plenty of free time to explore Greenvale. But there's nothing to do. There's nothing to do, especially really early on in the game when you haven't really even met the cast yet. You're given 12 hours, and all you can do in that time is either do a checkpoint driving race. But I can't overstate how terrible
I saw how bad I saw that driving. It did look awful.
You can run around an absolutely massive area looking for collectible cards, or you can go fishing, and fishing takes 30 seconds. And so I was in this weird point where, like a depressed, unemployed person, I was just sleeping through the day just to make the time go quicker. And I ended up even sleeping in a shed next to where the body was found. So the whole plot.
So can we what is the plot exactly? So
it's a retelling of Twin Peaks with some sort of offshoots here and there. People have said it's pretty much Twin Peaks in game form. I'd advise that probably David Lynch and Colin McLaughlin and anyone associated with probably throw themselves under a lorry if they heard that. So it's small town America. The high school homecoming queen type girl has been found murdered in this bizarre manner. An eccentric special agent has been sent in, who's he specialises in murders. Been sent into this small town, thinks it's going to be another run-of-the-mill murder investigation. Turns out the place is full of quirky characters, and there's this kind of mythical character called the Raincoat Killer, who some people say is behind the whole thing. And so you're kind of alternating between wandering around Greenvale, sleeping in sheds, talking with people, which I'd say is probably the most enjoyable part of the game, because there are quirky characters, and that's where it does, I wouldn't say shine, but it's where it does show a bit of character in the chatting with people. It feels like a sort of an even more offbeat Dead Rising, maybe, with the time sensitive missions and things. And
see, I was a little bit of an issue with Dead Rising. I remember like on the first game being having a save that didn't give me enough time to reach the escape at the end of the game. So my one save couldn't finish the game, ruined, and I didn't want to have to go back and replay the whole thing.
No, of course.
Just because I wasn't in the right place at the right time. So it just doesn't kind of punish you then if you miss your 7 o'clock appointment. Then it just resets the next day. Or?
I've never missed an appointment.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm damned if I'm going to have to replay any of it. So I'm there on the dot, and often it's not as if there's too much to do. Oh god, I'm going to be late. I've been messing around in the fishing pond for too long. So the other half of the game is a more straight survival horror, stand and shoot, Resi 4, but much stiffer sort of shooting game. And the enemy design's all right at first. There were maybe 3 enemies to shoot, but they kind of arch their spines backwards and then kind of lurch towards you, and that's quite cool. And they move in this stuttery sort of Japanese horror movie way. Yeah. Which really impressed me at first, and I thought, okay, I can see why people find this game charming. Yeah. But then the voices, it sounds like Alan Partridge has gone in to do the voice acting. They've slowed him down slightly. He's honestly every character's like, I don't want to die. It's insane, and the sound actually is, among the worst I've ever heard in any game, and. The adding up the visuals and the sound, and there's not a lot to really get behind and to champion, and I was perfectly prepared to do so if there was something in amongst all this detritus that I could pull out and say, yes, this is the good game hidden under all this, and I just never found it.
So apart from like biding your time until it's your missions it's mission o'clock, and driving around, what is the actual kind of gameplay? So far we've just seen a bit of walking, some conversation. And that's it.
A lot of cutscene like this.
A lot of cutscenes.
Here we go.
So that was a mission?
Yeah, that was a mission. We probably should have been paying attention. The plot's going to be unfathomable now, Leon. What are we going to do? And then we'll probably end up going to a place where there are going to be sort of zombies type things, and we'll shoot some of those, or we'll hit them with an iron bar, and then we'll go somewhere and chat to some people again, and the world keeps on turning. At some point, we'll need to go and have a shower. So
what happened with the beard and the showering? What happens if you don't do that?
You lose point. You get like a salary every day. I'm just going to save this here. It's not the most exciting thing to be watching. Apologies. So you lose salary depending on. So I think I lost some money for being unkempt. I think I lost $11 out of my salary. And if
there are, to be honest, some mornings when I get up and I think, well, 11 quid not to shave.
Absolutely worth it. I'm proud of the beard, though.
I think it looks good. I don't see why you should be penalised for that.
Miami Vice thing. I've spent a lot of money on that suit as well.
I wonder if it comes purely because that time when Metal Gear Solid 4 was announced and Kojima was talking about how it was going to have real-time beard growth. Yeah, and then it never appeared. And it never got delivered on. I wonder if Swery just decided that he was going to deliver.
Yeah, and again, maybe it's a joke, but whether it is or not, it's attached to a game that's not. I think I was saying this earlier on. It's a bit of a case of the Emperor's New Clothes in that there's some people's argument is that it's so bad it's good, and I just can't get on with it.
That works with films when they're they're a passive piece of entertainment. You watch them, you laugh, you're not physically moving them along. Whereas obviously with this, you're driving, you are physically responsible for making the story happen.
Yeah, this drive is going to be long as well. I can promise you that.
And so you can't. It can't be so bad it's good when you're having to do the bad stuff.
Exactly,
sure.
You've got to do the legwork, yeah.
And you mentioned, so there's one petrol station, and everywhere's like a 5-minute drive away.
Oh god, yeah, running out of petrol. Oh, and I'm about to show you the least helpful map in gaming as well. So I've got to go where the red is, and I can't set checkpoints, anything like that. Yeah. I can go into a bigger version of the map. I mean, listen to this cacophony of noise as well when I. Oh god! Oh, there we go. There's the map.
Why is the options sort of like a broken room in a forest?
It's this room that you keep visiting in dreams. Again, similar to Twin Peaks.
He has his partner is an imaginary friend. Is that right?
It's not really so much his partner. It's just someone that he keeps making reference to.
Right.
So this is as far as you can zoom out on the map.
But that's not much better than what you could see before.
No, it's been suggested this is a practical joke, but I mean, I just can't. I can't find that funny when I have to spend so long.
This is how long I'd expect the drive to take, just following the road along on the map.
Yeah. Oh, the drive's going to take a long time. So we're going to Becky's house, and it's going to take us probably about 15 minutes.
What are these? We're seeing pictures of flowers and fish on the map.
Yeah, these are a lot of the collectibles that you can. So these are fishing spots. I haven't come across the flowers yet. There are also. I mean, but this is the thing. Okay, I've got 10 hours to go. What shall I do? Shall I go to this bunker? Shall I investigate this pond?
So it's not like kind of GTA. You get the bowling alley, play some pool. Maybe just run a few people over.
There's a bar and a restaurant, but every time I've tried to go there, they've been closed, and day and night as well. All right, so I need to take a left here and then just follow this road up. I'll show off. Oh god, show off a bit of the driving as well.
It's the driving is not exactly filling me with excitement here.
No, it's
the lightning's nice. I like the lightning.
Oh god, there we go. It's got fantastic brakes. I'll say that.
So it's at 2,600 yards.
Yeah, it's going to take.
That's such a bad rain effect as well.
Yeah, and I mean this is the director's cut.
I don't even want to say what that looks like hitting the windshield.
Yeah. You know, it rains thicker out here in the sticks. Yeah, so this is the director's cut. So, you know, allegedly the graphics and the controls have been tweaked, but I mean, I'd say that's negligible.
Normally the director's cut as well, they add things, don't they?
Well, there is a prologue as well, which didn't mean a lot to me having not played the original.
Yeah.
I certainly wouldn't say, you know, it draws you in. There's a little girl who talks to a man whose face you don't see for a long time, and he tells her a story, and that story sort of turns out to be this.
Okay.
As an indicator, which I quite enjoyed. I mean, there are nice elements like that. You can really, you know, it's like a sort of farcical simulator in some ways.
Yeah.
Later on in the game, you can kind of just track people. Every character. I guess there were sort of 50 odd, you know, major inhabitants with their, you know, in the town, and you can just follow them around. They each have their own daily routine.
Yeah.
So you will find them each day at a certain place, and you know, much later on in the case, then that will be handy. But the first 10 hours, there's no one around.
Yeah.
Well, everyone's house is shut. They're not there. You've no way of knowing where they are, and so you know, you're left to your own devices.
This is incredible. This is like.
I can go 10 miles an hour quicker there. That'll make it. But then we have to listen to this amazing siren noise.
This is like a really boring drive home at the end of a long day.
Yeah, and you know, if I was sort of, I can see why this is in this game. Part of me wants a game where it takes a long time to drive somewhere, and life. I've just realised actually that exhausts me physically.
So yeah, the meter's up here. So we got, I guess, health and what is that, stamina?
Yeah, that's stamina. So it's actually exhausting me to go slightly quicker in a car.
Wow.
Which is something. Again, maybe it's a hilarious practical trick.
I don't think I can drive fast enough to get tired doing it.
Yeah, but I mean, so this is the thing. I like the idea of life passing by at a realistic rate.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a poor show when a game is more boring than my actual life. So.
So Zach is
he's your imaginary friend. So I can't get out of the car. I seem to be stuck in a bit of a loop. Oh, maybe I just have to go slightly closer into this.
So it won't let you get out of the car unless you're inside the thing?
No. That would be madness.
But hang on, so you're trapped in the car unless you get to a marker?
Oh gosh, maybe I was. Normally I can get out and wander around because you know, sometimes
I've seen
you
get out.
Yeah. But at that moment, so this is a fairly offensive character. This deputy, he is a gay man who wanders around in the most over-the-top, kind of prancing, floppy-wristed manner you've ever seen.
Wow.
So he's one of the characters that you meet. He's
so you mean his representation? Let's just clarify. His representation is offensive.
Yes.
Let's just get that right.
Wow, yeah, that would have been. So yeah, he's an offensive representation of a gay man. You know, it couldn't just be that he happens to be gay and he is a man who does his job. He's there's also the woman who runs the gas station has like. She talks in innuendos and she makes filling gas the most, you know, sexually loaded gesture anyone could possibly do. She wears like a boob tube and a thong, you know, and these are the characters that you're supposed to be enduring this game for, you know. So anyway,
so are we actually going to see anything happen?
This is things happening right now.
This is not things happening.
I think this might be a survival horror section actually, so we can test out some of the shooting. It feels so awkward to stand and shoot these days. I mean, obviously Resi 4.
Oh, so you're locked in position when you.
Yeah. Although if you use a melee weapon, you can. It's a bit quicker. So I'm just hoping that I've still got an iron bar or something in my inventory.
So what happened there? Is someone dead?
I don't even know. I wasn't really watching. I'm gonna have to go in and shoot some
people
bent over limbo zombies. I think.
That's a phrase you don't hear every day.
No. How relaxing.
Zach, they're here too. I had a nasty feeling about this.
So whenever he says Zach, they're here.
Let's hope it's not a big
that means the undead things
around.
are here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, those tentacle things as well.
So that now you're locked in.
They block doors and walls in a very clumsy manner. Also, these kind of combat areas are really... There was a hospital that's... Oh. So this is the Raincoat Killer. I'm going to have to do some quick time events to evade him. Oh, goodness.
So is there any kind of lore behind the killer? Is there any kind of history to him, or is it just like a story that people tell?
Oh, what have I got to do? Oh, I've been killed. I was pressing... All you can do is press the buttons.
Yeah.
I mean... failed that. Yes, there is a bit of backstory, which is sort of revealed further and further through the game. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's worth risking spoilers, really.
Well, it's been out a while.
Yeah. So there's a very rich man who sort of owns half of Greenvale, who wears like a Combine.
He looks like the Combine, big
mask,
weird gas mask. Yeah.
Who warns people that it's time for a lot of people
fog
to die,
and
the rain's gonna. There's bad things that
a real rain's gonna come.
Yeah, that kind of thing. And it's all tied to this kind of Raincoat Killer mythological figure who comes at you dragging his axe and forces you to press circle really, really quickly.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can actually manage it.
This is a classic myth.
Yeah, as old as time. So just
where's the torch coming from?
I'm not sure. It's going to be circle. Oh no, it was square. I've died. I've been killed.
You still wiggle.
Right.
Wiggle.
It's got to be wiggling. Oh no, maybe he's just going to kill me. Yeah, oh god.
Wiggle.
Oh, this was the time to wiggle. I've done it. I've done it. Alright, off you go. He'll probably laugh at me and then walk off.
Wow.
There he goes. And do you know what I mean? That's not expertly paced, is it?
No.
If we're being really cold and clinical about this.
No, that's a very slight interaction for what is potentially a game-ending scenario.
Yeah, we've got to call a spade here, and this is the director's cut, so it's what, 25 quid. It's it's verging on a full price title, and for all the kind of like kitsch appeal of a game like this, that is very different, very unique, and very tongue in cheek. The minute by minute gameplay is like that. It is that scrappy.
That's the thing that I think you need to sort of impress upon here is the fact that while it is kitsch and
happening so slowly,
a bit weird, there are some basic design flaws, like the pacing of the action. Like say examining a cupboard here and the door opens
that slowly.
The fact that you are forced to sit around and do nothing for a long time. I mean, some people seem to like it for these sort of foibles, but from what I've seen of you playing it, it seems not. It just seems frustrating, and it does feel like it would have been difficult to love if this had been a PS2 game, like kind of 10 years ago.
Yeah, and it might have been worth it then. But I mean, we're not starved for creativity or for bizarre games. There are so many games you should play before this. It's not worth.
That's a great box quote, isn't it? Just imagine that in the box in big letters. There are many more games you should play before this.
Yeah, and I get that it's great to see games like this released in the wake of really polished but very sort of creatively stale squad shooters or co-op shooters or the kind of AAA games that seem inspired by nothing but designed to sell millions. This is the antithesis of that, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's any more fun to play.
Yeah. Oh, what's this then?
So this is kind of how I don't know, I think this came from Alone in the Dark. This is similar to that. You see a scene in very fuzzy vision, and then you gather clues around an area, and with every clue that you gather, each one of these scenes becomes a bit clearer.
Right.
And then you kind of figure out what went on. So you're kind of a supernatural detective, really.
You're right. I can't even tell. I can sort of see some shapes.
It goes on a really long time as well. I mean,
I must say, every time it finishes, I'm like, okay, and then it starts.
And then we're back to the game. But no.
There we go.
Okay. Right. I love that animation.
So I see him doing this. Like, what is he doing? Like he's tapping an inch above his collarbone.
Yeah. Oh, it's and I sort of quite love. I love to see that now. He does it all the time, and it almost brings upon this sort of hysteria on you because there are maybe 3 songs in the whole. This is another thing that you simply can't compare it to Twin Peaks, which had this incredible score from Angelo Badalamenti.
Yeah.
the score to this is like a whistling sort of ditty over an acoustic guitar. People are telling you about this beautiful girl who's been murdered, and then there's just this really cheery kind of college rock tune playing. So I could have a sleep on this right now if I wanted to.
Let's do something. Let's make something happen.
Okay, let's try and find some. There's going to be some upside down zombies any minute. That door is locked, so we won't be going through that one. Let's try this door. Here we go. Come on, zombies. Don't disappoint me. Oh, here we go.
Finally,
right, now just listen to this. This is Specialist.
whoa! Oh my god!
I don't want to die. So it's quite scary the first time you come up against these things.
See this? Yeah, I mean this sort of looks quite good.
Yeah.
Like, but they do move quite strangely.
It's not the best aiming in video gaming.
No, is it twitchy? It looks like it moves strangely.
Yeah, it's hard to pinpoint. It does move strangely, and it just feels very awkward at this point to have to stand there and shoot and wait for them to come towards you.
Yeah. What?
This looks nice. Yeah, I knew I wasn't going to be able to get through there. Fantastic.
So is this a puzzle? Is this what's?
No, I think that's just a room that you can go in and then leave. Maybe once you've shot a certain number of these zombies, some of the reds matter.
Oh, I see. So you got clearer. Oh, that's the other side of that room.
Did I come from? I didn't come from here. Did
No,
I?
you came from the other end.
That's not actually a door, as it turns out.
They haven't made the handles for that one.
No. Right. Well, let's pick up the pace.
So
here.
I mean, what's the balance then of, like, say, moments like that where something happens and the rest of the not happening?
I'd say most of it was dialogue and non-combat. Yeah, I mean, 70-80% of it.
Right.
Just by virtue of there being so much free time, so much downtime.
Yeah.
Oh God, I've come back here. I thought I was going the opposite way.
I don't think you can. I think it's.
That really is it. There's got to be somewhere else I can go. Maybe that is a puzzle room. No.
At least they've made it clear which doors. Oh no, yeah.
Right, so I'll go in here and I don't know what we can do in here. What can we achieve?
There's something in it. Can you shoot the?
I can hear. Yeah, we can hear a person. No. Oh, maybe I can with my steel pipe. Maybe I can. Yeah. There we go. Now then.
Why is that area fenced off? Is it just?
Because the bad men have told us we can't go in there. Right, here we go. Wham! And this is much better than the shooting. Oh, I've run out of steel pipes.
Oh, so the weapons degrade, do they?
Yeah. Ooh. Apart from your FBI issued pistol.
Yeah.
The melee weapons degrade. Yeah. Are you okay down there? He's dead. All right.
Yeah, you came. No, that's where you came from. I think.
That's where I came. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's another door. Well, no,
it's not really a door.
I do quite like the twitchy movements. So very like kind of ring.
Yeah.
Crossing.
I was really impressed the first time I. Oh, there's a bit of fire. I want one to curl over backwards because that's really. There we go.
Hey. That is quite good.
Yeah, and then when they start towards you, come on. Yeah, it's decent enemy design, you know, but it's not game saving. I wouldn't say.
No, I'd need it to be doing this a lot more.
Right, we're going with a knife.
So the profiling. I mean, how do you? How are you investigating?
Well, at some point around here, I'll pick up an item.
Oh, so the clues aren't in the room. The clues are in this area.
Clues are all around the area, yeah.
Right.
And that item will trigger the profiling event again, and that will make certain parts of that scene that we just watched in blurry vision a bit less blurry. And we've collected. See the 3 key icons at the bottom left there. Is this where I came from again? This is the problem.
No, that's a different place.
Do I need to? Oh, I need to whack these out of the way. This is a 2013 release. For almost full price.
Did one of them just crawled through the fire and killed themselves, which is nice.
Yeah, but one of them was also halfway through the wall.
Yeah.
Just kind of hanging out there. Oh! Now then.
Get it off.
Get it off.
I'm not quite sure how to take that.
Goodness me. That was some specialist camera work. There we go. Take a couple of bullets. Oh,
I can see why some people think it's sort of like it is like a joke. I mean that little stab there, bullets being dropped was sort of funny.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, I know, but I don't know if it's funny enough to make some of what I've seen you play be bearable.
To justify it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now then. Oh, there's a little collectible.
It's not. They don't really work that into the world, do they?
Yeah, it's not seamless. I mean, all the collectibles really are just kind of spinny icons to.
Yeah. I'm guessing you can't vault over those.
No, but I can stab my way through them.
Oh wow, that
we
is quite special.
It's actually quite satisfying. It's one of the more enjoyable.
It's just it is like a PS2 game.
Yeah, I mean it was in development certainly back in the PS2 era.
Really?
It was called Rainy Woods, yeah. And surprisingly, they struggled to find backers to get the project going. And so it's sort of a game that shouldn't have been in many ways, which again I think endears certain types of people to it. Oh, I've run out of knives. Oh no, I haven't. I'm fine.
You have knives?
Knives, yeah, knives.
Just pocketfuls of knives. Not gonna take the golf club.
Listen to that. A lollipop. Let's take a lollipop. There we go.
Is that officially licensed Chubba Chop?
I don't think so. No,
they're treading quite close to infringement.
We'll have one anyway. Item, because we're probably a little bit hungry. This is another bit of madness. Crackers cost 35 quid. It costs 35 quid to fill up your car.
Your bone of contention.
Yeah, it would have been a 10 otherwise. Yeah, so it costs 35 quid to fuel up your car. You think I'm fairly reasonable. Crackers are also 35 quid. I never got over that.
Clearly it's a high petroleum content.
Yeah, that's how you make crackers delicious. So, yeah, so we're fine for hunger for a while.
Okay.
We're pretty much okay for
Do
sleep.
you have to feed yourself then? Is that like the beards?
Yeah,
right.
yeah, you got to feed yourself. I'll take a golf club. Okay. We've got to equip that.
How are you for sort of supplies and ammo? I mean, I notice you keep breaking like everything about 2 or 3 hits. Do you have to be careful of what you're using?
Well, there's always the pistol.
That never runs out.
It never has run out on me. I think I've got unlimited ammo for it. Yeah. Let's just test that out. Yeah, I've got unlimited.
Yeah. Now I thought that little string burst that indicated you found an item was funny the first time.
Yeah.
Suddenly it's getting a bit annoying.
Yeah, and
already, like third time.
You go through like I'd say a 3-step program with it of it being kind of like, oh, that's a funny little joke, and then it's annoying, and then you get into this hysteria where it's just this combination of noises and ridiculous gestures and animations and characters, and you don't know what's up or down anymore. You know. There it is.
Tappy tap.
Tappy tappy tap. Is he going to start profiling? And I mean, again, the pacing here. Might there be a better way to express that, rather than that 15-second cutscene to say, look, there's a thing there that you need to look at.
Well, I guess they need to indicate that it is in some way significant.
It didn't need to take that long, did it? So this is the upside-down peace symbol that the killer left at the site where Anna. Everyone calls her Anna. Everyone pronounces it Anna in the game, which annoys me as well.
But it's spelled Anna.
It's spelled Anna. Yeah.
Anna.
Here we go. Start profiling. So we'll see a slightly less blurry version of whatever happened here. So he's kind of doing it through supernatural means, through psychic means, a bit like Dale Cooper in Twin Peaks did.
Yeah, like when he used to throw stones at the bottles.
Yeah. Oh god, it just makes me want to watch Twin Peaks. Of course, that famous bit in Twin Peaks, that one whole episode where he just looks around a room and then at that mirror. You know, classic.
So what do you get when you profile this then? Is it you get the next mission? Do you get
it furthers the story along in a fairly linear.
Right, so you basically unlock the next objective almost.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, it's what you do in between these bits that make it non-linear.
Yeah. Okay.
So we'll do this guy in with a golf club. I imagine maybe the raincoat killer will probably show up at the end as well. There are nice moments when you have to just hide from him because you can't beat him out and out with a golf club or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's sort of like a clock tower vibe where you just have to. There's a timer. You can see him on part of the screen, and you just got to run and hide that, and that's fine. That works well. So there are moments. He's got his moments.
But are the zombies ever explained, like where they're coming from, or?
Further down the path. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Let's not spoil that anymore.
I don't think I can take any first aid kits. Don't really need to. Lovely suit.
Is that a different suit to the one you were wearing today? Can you change clothes?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. And you also need to keep them laundered. So there's a lot of things to worry about.
I think it's amazing. So you've got to go to the laundry, drop off clothes, and then pick them up later?
I almost wish that it was like that, but you just have to sort of swap in and out of suits, and when you're in the hotel room, you just sort of click on something to be laundered, and it's just magically laundered.
Okay. So
I've got a red seed now. The killer left the red seed on, I think, in Anna's mouth rather.
Right.
So maybe a bit more profiling. Here we go. I don't know why it's on the time. I don't know what happens when you don't.
I was about to say, like, let's not fail it.
No, I've never dared to fail it. So the raincoat killer has been there. There's a girl asleep.
That's the dead
something
girl,
blurry.
Some shapes. That's him walking away from her.
Right.
I don't know.
Leon saying stop with his curtains.
I'm guessing that's a dead person.
Right. So someone knew something that they shouldn't have. So, it's not LA Noire. It's not a sort of a by-the-book procedural kind of...
It's not even Lewisham Noir.
Yeah, he's a very supernatural special agent.
Yeah.
Again, this would sort of suggest that she's more powerful than she's been given a special intro, but I bet she isn't.
Just normal.
I bet she's just a woman, and there's a man who's just appeared as well. Oh, I broke my golf club and he's just staring at it and I can't do anything. And that hurt me. And now I'm going to have to brave this awful camera.
God, why is it doing that?
I don't know. Jokes. Let's use the machine gun.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah.
That's like a MIDI file gunshot.
Yeah. Apologies for backtracking. I guess I've got to go through here.
What happens if you observe the door?
It'll say it looks like it wasn't locked, and that means you can go through it.
Okay.
So it's always better to just try it. Here we go. Looks like the door wasn't locked.
Wasn't locked, so it is locked now. It wasn't locked before.
So many layers of meaning. It's that poetic you've got to be kidding me.
And it's
So does
so
that
it's let you in, and it shut you in.
So I can go through here now.
Didn't you?
I mean, I don't know if this is just a different room where you can also. Oh, here he is. Here's matey.
Can you not shoot him now?
Yeah, let's just end this. I think this is the end of the game, isn't it? You just shoot him and he dies and everything's fine.
I see. A little bit of rubber band physics there to make sure you can't catch him.
Yeah. Although the bad aiming was my own, I should say. Maybe I've got to hide. Looks like a hide.
This is a hidey section.
Yeah, this is a hidey section with extra quality frame
look
rate.
at that frame. What is it?
It's because there are two screens.
Yeah, but
so this is the benefit of the director's cut, is that they've sorted all these problems. So.
Yeah.
All right, now then, I don't know if this is the best place to hide. We'll figure it out.
What happens if it's not?
I'll get killed.
Right.
So I need to wait for him to be in an area that I can then run out of the room. So
let's see.
So there's the red stars over there. I guess these are all places. He'd have probably seen me if I was hiding under that desk there. So
yeah,
I think that's a good place. I'm in a better place than that. Maybe I could leg it now. If this was me in real life, I'd feel like I could leg it from this location now. But I've tried this before and it just doesn't work. It just enters a cutscene.
Do you have to leg it by a certain point?
I'm not sure. He's walking straight towards this. Maybe if I should have probably gone earlier, but he's going to go straight into that first cupboard.
Maybe then he's happy. He's done with cupboards. He's checked the cupboard. He's all right.
Maybe. I think that's our only hope.
Wait.
Oh, he's going directly to our cupboard.
Hey, your cupboard.
Got to hold my breath. When you hold your breath, the bad things can't hear or see you.
Right.
I mean, that's him breathing. I don't know why they choose then of all times to put a breathy noise in there.
He is going right for you.
But you can't tell. I'm still holding my breath. Never stopped, although he did. Right, now? Is this the time? I mean, he's leaving. I guess this is a little bit Blue Velvet? Can we equate this to that iconic scene in Blue Velvet? Oh, we've got one over on you again.
Wait.
Oh, that's a bad thing.
That's not good.
Baby wants to chuck.
I can't believe you said that.
Right, we're out. All is well.
Well, that was
all right.
That was a part of the game.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I think that these are the highlights of Deadly Premonition. If you enjoyed that, maybe you should buy it. I don't know. If you're really rich and money has almost no value to you.
Why are they called mission knives?
I don't know. Isn't that just like the military knife, a mission knife?
Oh, I've not heard that called that before.
Oh, here we are, lads. Get it off.
Yeah, I just.
That was a good kick, though.
Why has it gone movie? Oh, just left.
Never you mind why. That's why. Oh, this is ridiculous. It's like the bad camera is your punishment for being hit. Okay. All right. Well, let's see what's through here. It sort of sounds a bit Bioshock Infinite, doesn't it? That noise.
No. Not at all.
It's a bit like the whistle, the songbird whistle that they used to.
Yeah, I suppose so.
I mean, it's obviously like an 8-bit version of it, but.
So how long do these sort of sections normally last? I mean, do we...
Oh, maybe this is the end of it now. But you don't have a really... Oh, I've just got a tappy to run.
Wow.
Yeah, you don't have a... let's open that. You don't have a clear objective while you're going through. So, and because everywhere looks the same, it makes it a bit confusing, not all that enjoyable. That's so slow. That was so slow. I've been killed there.
Do you get a chance to dodge? Yep.
Oh. Climb down. Much quicker than that.
Do everything faster and better.
Maybe I've made it. Hold on. Oh.
I don't think that was fair. Oh,
you got there because of magic.
That's why I'm leaving work tonight.
Nicely done. Oh, it's not even the end of it. I think we've got one more clue to find, haven't we? Yeah. So we're back in this room.
Oh, I mean that's sort of. I guess that's kind of alright. It takes you back into a new area, gives you a new area each time. At least you know when you're done with a section.
Yeah, yeah.
I can hear enthusiasm.
It's just kind of the same assets, just reused over and over again, though, isn't it? Like these stupid doll mannequin things, and the doors are all the same, and the walls and the floors. It takes 5 minutes to open a door. Here we go. This is the last clue. It's like a girl's top in a picture frame.
Negligee.
Oh.
Or, yeah, like a top. Huh?
That's all that FBI training.
Yeah.
No one is up to a clue.
Camisole, that's the word I was trying to think of.
Camisole. There we go. Right, now then. Feast your eyes on this thing.
So do we have to guess? Do we have to do anything with this? Or
No.
Okay, so raincoat killer. She's getting dressed. Oh no, she's asleep. He's standing over her.
She's saying stop.
He's putting his hand over her face.
Is that him? It's hard to make out.
It looks like he took his coat off. Yeah, she's.
Oh right.
Yeah, so he's taking his coat off.
So that's what he.
Who's got hair like that then?
No one that springs to mind.
And now she's dead.
It's very big. He's a lot more muscly than most of the people in Greenvale. But I mean, you know, what could you base this on? What could you arrest someone on?
Yeah.
Well, I wandered around a house and I found a top.
Kept breaking me golf clubs.
And I think it's this massive red-haired fella.
Yeah.
Now then.
Why are all these sort of redneck hillbilly hicks playing golf?
I don't know, but this is another problem, is that these are presented as if they're bosses, but they're not. They're just more fodder.
Yeah.
And that makes it quite monotonous.
Well, yeah, it feels like that should have been a scary, like, oh, what's coming through the door? Oh, it's one of them.
Yeah, it should have been like the giant chainsaw fella from Resident 4.
Exactly.
That sort of moment. But no.
So is that this section done now? You found the clues? Is it just you just got to get
I
out?
think I've just got to get out. There's probably going to be a couple more run-ins with the raincoat colour, although this has got some red stars underneath.
What do red stars mean? Are they important?
Yeah, that's just things or places of importance. Here we go. What's this going to be? Something excellent.
I'm withholding my woot just yet.
Well, back to the real world.
Bad. Very bad, Zach. The raincoat killer gave Becky a visit.
Hold on.
I think Becky is the
is
Arma's
that
friend.
Right. Was this the room we were in earlier?
Yeah.
Is he just like tripping out the whole time?
Well, maybe. This is the thing. He's almost certainly just a madman.
Quick.
But you know, again, this.
So just to clarify as well, like Zach never appears or does anything, or you know, it's just he just talks to this imaginary Zach all the time.
Not in as far as I've played. No, I need to remove something here. I removed a painting, maybe. Oh, here we go. There's a safe.
Well, it's a picture of a safe put on the wall. let's not go too far.
Okay, need to find the key. There's also a phone in exactly. I mean, this. So there's a phone there. That's why there are blue and red stars in the same place, because I want to use the phone to
the interaction points are sort of overlapping.
Yeah, so I need to use the phone. I can just about do it.
Wow.
And that'll save it for me.
Well, I think that probably is a good place to. I want to say leave it. I think I'll like run away.
we've seen the core elements of it.
So eight. Jesus Christ, 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10.
Not worth its kind of the weird kind of culty sort of.
No, I really don't think so. You know, as we've said, it's funny. Sometimes it's intentionally funny. Sometimes it's unintentionally funny. I just don't think that for a game that is quite slow paced and demands a lot of time and a lot of driving and a lot of running around for collectibles, I don't think that humour is enough to justify a purchase. And especially this edition is a £20 plus purchase. So you know, we're not talking bargain bin here. I just couldn't recommend this to anyone with a straight face.
Fair enough. Should we just see what's in the shower quickly? Can we do that? I'm curious now. I need to know.
You'll be playing this when I've left. Where's the shower?
I don't know. You could hear it earlier. That's where you came in.
Oh no.
What have you done?
Now this is interesting. What's going to happen here? Because all the sort of bad stuff went away. Is this just a normal house? Oh.
Oh,
So
and
that's Becky then.
on that bombshell, what?
It's quite gruesome.
So where is he?
So he's gone to that's Becky, and this is Becky's house that we're at. Becky was a friend of Anna,
Yeah,
and
but where's this in relation to the spooky house he was in just now with the
it's the
monsters?
same place. Same place.
Okay.
Yeah. Just a kind of an alternate realm.
Okay.
A dream version of it.
He seems quite unconcerned that she's covered in blood and still
Oh,
alive.
she's alive.
What happened here? George, stay back. She's trying to speak. We don't
So
have
is he.
time. She's dying.
Through some terrible lip syncing.
We must get her to the hospital immediately.
What's going to happen when they cut the wire?
All sorts of knives from everywhere.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Why couldn't he have just... Why isn't he stopping? Drama.
This isn't going to end well, is it? I am unclear as to what happened then. How did that silk magically knot itself around her neck? And she's still alive. Why aren't they doing anything?
She's fine. Why are they just watching her?
They are the worst policemen in the world.
No, she's not even looking.
They
It's
can
just
still-
happened. It happened like 3 seconds ago. She's
they
just
can
given
still
up.
resuscitate her.
She's still fine. Because really, nothing's happened. So that's the dead girl.
She's funny looking.
Yeah.
She looks like who's the blonde one out of 30 Rock?
Oh yeah, no, she does.
I
Yeah.
can't think of her name.
No, I can't.
So she's what?
Car keys, obviously.
But she could talk
Oh, it's
quite
a hotel
happily.
key.
They're still not trying to save her.
What is the coroner's report going to say? Because of all the clipping, it's hard to see what's happened to her.
Well, that's just bizarre.
Let's leave it there, maybe.
I think we should. Yeah, let's leave it here. So
Oh, of course he's got to be. Do you know?
4 out of 10.
4 out of
Not that great.
No.
Cool.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for spending time with us. Yeah, leave a comment. Let us know what you think. See if you're as amazed as we are.